Hey guys, this is Daniel with All Star Home Inspections. So a little introduction here is in order, obviously. Thank you for coming to my channel. I'm going to be doing videos on home inspections, home inspection items. I do a lot of little 1-minute blurps right now, just little quick 1-minute videos on Instagram, which links to my Facebook page and so forth, Twitter as well. So if you have any questions, post those below and we'll go from there. So a little bit about me. So I've been inspecting. I got my license back in 2009. I've got a very wide background. I've been in nursing school, went to EMT school, was an EMT for a few years, firefighter for a few years. I was in the Guard, flew left seat in the 58 as an Aero Scout observer, so I flew helicopters. Worked on them as a crew chief. I went to NBC school, was the NBC NCO for my company battalion. I was on the pistol teams. I've done a lot of stuff in the background. I was an environmental scientist for a local company here. Worked on oil spills and train derailments and stuff like that. I was also a contractor and a general handyman, so I knew how to do stuff like that. When I got out in the Guard, I started working on aircraft, corporate aircraft jets, and worked my way up from mechanic, interior guy to quality control. So when I finally got laid off in 2009, which is where this is going, I called around a bunch of people and they said, hey, go into contracting and, build homes. But like I said, this was 2009. So we were just recovering from the crash of 2008, I guess you can say. And obviously the real estate market was not the best thing. So the very last house that I built, I was in there doing some finish work, trim work and so forth, because I did all that myself. The home inspector came in, was doing what he does, and I didn't really know what they did. So I was talking to him, introduced myself as the builder. Hey, let me show you a couple of things that I know will need to be fixed. So I proceeded to walk him through the house, showing him things, that I know as a good contractor knows how to fix, needs to be fixed. And got to be good friends with the people who bought the house, and a month or two went by, and I'm looking at their inspection. We're just talking about it. Looking at their inspection report, and everything that this guy had written up was stuff that I pointed out. Nothing that he found. I thought, well, crap, I could do this. I inspected $35 million aircraft, okay, for companies. I can inspect a house. There's less moving parts. That's a good thing. It's not flying through the air at 30,000 feet. That's a good thing. So, hey, I put my background from quality control, kind of having an eye for detail, and my background in construction, being a handyman and a contractor and so forth, I put all that to use as a home inspector. Okay? Now, home inspections, they are simply a snapshot of the condition of a house at the time of the inspection. Okay? It is purely a visual inspection. We don't disassemble stuff. We don't move a lot of stuff. We operate almost everything as long as we can do it safely. And that's what we provide. We provide a report stating that, what it is, and so forth. So it is a visual inspection of the house. Think of it like this. You go to your general practitioner to have your annual physical done. That's all he does. He'll do some blood work, maybe, do an annual physical, how you feeling, this, that, check everything out, and so forth. Look at your eyes, look at your throat, ears, all of that. That's what a home inspector is doing for your house. All right. Now, with that being said, you're going to spend $200, $300, $400, even $1 million on a house. Don't you believe it'd be worth it to spend $400, $500, $600, $800 on an inspection and have somebody who is, for one, trained to look at this, and for two, has no financial obligation to state whether something's right or wrong? Wouldn't you rather pay that little extra for that peace of mind? Now, we can miss some things. We're human, just like you, but we have a standards of practice that states what we need to look at. Okay, it also states what we don't have to look at. So I'll put a lot of links down below this video where you can find the standards of practice for the state of Arkansas and how to be a home inspector. Okay, stuff like that. So what separates us apart as far as education from contractors? Because you may be thinking, hey, why don't I just hire a contractor to come look at this house and he'll tell me it's okay? I have actually had people tell me that are buying new construction houses, well, my contractor said I didn't need an inspection. He was here during the whole process. Maybe I was on the site during the whole process when I was building as well. There's not a lot of contractors out there like that. Actually, probably 70-80% of them that I know here locally in this central Arkansas area are phone contractors. They'll be on their phone calling their subs, because here's the main truth to that is a contractor is only as good as his subs. And the reason behind that is a lot of these subs, they do one or two things and that's it. They do it well. A subcontractor really only manages those people to bring them in. That's it. Now, I can tell you this truthfully because I was a contractor before. I said that before. I was a contractor licensed in the state. In order to get your contractor's license, you don't have to have any education. You don't have to know how to build a house. You don't really have to know any of it. You have to go take the tax law exam and the Residential Contractor Licensing Board will issue a license. You pay the fee, it's done. And you'll have it as long as you're renewed every year. You don't have to have any continued education or anything like that. So you don't have to know that stuff. And that's why I caution people, when your builder says, your contractor says you don't need an inspection, I've already looked at it, take that with a grain of salt. He probably has. Okay? He's looking at it from the money side too. Now, that's not saying all contractors are like that, because there are some really good, really conscientious, consumer-based contractors out there. And that is awesome that those guys are there. And I love doing inspections for them, rather inspections of their homes, because if I find something wrong, I can call them up and say, hey, I found this, just let you know, you need to get addressed. And they'll get somebody on it. They'll fix it. Like me, they like to know stuff that's wrong. So when I do an inspection, if something is missed or whatever, give me a call and let me know, because I don't know that. Obviously, I missed it. And I'll make that correction as I go on out. Now, to be a home inspector, to set it apart from contractors, we have to have state-mandated 80-hour course, pre-registration course. So we go and take this course, go over all the different standards of practice and so forth, what you're doing, really, how to do it. And we'll have to go through that class, and then you go take a couple tests. You take the National Home Inspector Licensing Exam, and then you have to take a Code of Ethics exam. And I kind of giggle when I say that, because I know guys that have taken the Code of Ethics exam and not passed it, but knew everything about the house. And it's general stuff and so forth. So anyway, you do that, then you submit your packet to the State Licensing Board, and we review that and give you a license. I say we because I'm actually on the board at the moment. Obviously won't be forever, but I am now, so I see these applications. I see the process. I see a lot of issues where the home inspection industry is really just misunderstood. Okay? At any given time, there's anywhere from 280 to 320 of us licensed in the entire state. That is all, y'all. That is all. About half of us do this as our full-time job. I've done this as my full-time job since 2013. Okay? And this is the only job other than teaching the class. And I do that because I enjoy teaching and explaining stuff. Our business is all about consumer education. We've got to explain to to the general population what the heck it is a home inspector does. Okay, we don't just write stuff up. We don't look at stuff because it's wrong and look at stuff and write it up because it's wrong. We're giving the condition of the house overall, and it you know, it's always a second set of eyes, and that's always a good thing. Okay, with that being said, you got a little background on me now. On this YouTube channel, what I'm going to do is post videos about inspection processes and so forth. If you guys have any questions, any input, put it down below in the comments. Tell your friends, tell your frenemies, whoever, about this channel. Get on there and put this channel out there and let people know, hey, here's what a home inspector does. This is what a home inspection consists of. Okay, these guys are educated. I mean, they're not just somebody who thinks they know everything. We're educated on the stuff. We're regulated by the state. We actually have the highest licensing fee in the entire state of Arkansas, which is really kind of ridiculous. But anyway, we have the highest, and it's because there's not as many of us as there are, as you know, thousands of nurses or whatever. So our fees are quite a bit higher. Anyway, got any questions? Give me a call, a comment below, subscribe to this channel, get notifications. I'll try to post something regularly. All comments, questions will be taken. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good day now.